2014, 2015, and 2016. If you're a cars collector, you'll recognize those as some of the best years for cars collecting in the recent times. 2020 hasn't been so good so far. 2018, 2019 were all right. Obviously, we had the Cars 3 line, which was, all new cars since it was a new movie. So we're not really counting that. But for just normal main lines, I think that 2016 and 2015, as well as 2014, were, in my opinion, some of the greatest years. Plus, 2013 also had some really cool stuff. However, not all of those cars have exactly, stayed as common as they used to be. So today we're going to be taking a look at some potential reasons that some of these cars from 2015 and 2016 have gotten rare, and we'll just take a look at them in general. So, as I mentioned, 2014, 2015, 2016 were good years. For this, we're talking all about mostly 2016 cars, with a few 2015s thrown in there. So we should start it off with some of the least rare cars. So get those out of the way. So starting off, we have Ace with Luggage. Now, doing a little bit of research, he's not particularly extremely rare like some of these other cars are. However, he is still worth maybe $30, which is more expensive than all the other, deluxes that came in that case, which I remember was Terry Gong. There was also Doc with Pit Stand, I believe that was the case. This guy is just a bit rarer. Same with Doug RM. Doug is probably worth around maybe $30 as well, so a little bit rarer than some of his other, his counterpart. Well, a little less rare than his counterpart. And then you have Stefan Gremsky, who once again is somewhat rare. Again, worth maybe around $30, which is a lot more expensive than some of the other cars that we're going to be going over today. And he still is a very cool character who hasn't decreased in price. Now we're getting into the actual rare stuff. We'll start off with the 2015, and that is Larry Camper. And Larry Camper is very rare for some reason. He can go for upwards of $50, and it's sort of understandable since he's a really unique diecast, and he even had a speaking line. But it doesn't make sense why he is super rare and Doug RM is still only worth about the same amount. Another car that I should mention is the Bumper Safe Pity from 2015. I don't have him since he's rare, but he has also aged very poorly in terms of price. As far as I know, there's no actual answer. We're just going to be throwing out some of these questions and answers here. You have Toga Gremlin, who's a little bit rarer. Of course, he was released along with Jerome Rampt and Stefan Gremsky. All of those characters are in this video today. Jerome coming up in a second. But Toga's worth maybe around $40, $50, which is still a very high amount for just a single. But yeah, even still, interesting to see how rare he's gotten. And then, of course, you have Jerome Rampt, the Pacer, from 2016, and he is worth a lot more, 50, 60, I've even seen some 70s. So yeah, this guy, very rare for, not much money. You have Jay Schuster in the 2016 Rusty's Racing Tent line. Very unique model, lots of cool rust spots. And I remember getting this guy. He was, I think it was my very first ever post on the original Disney Cars and Planes community, so that's pretty solid, along with Vic Vanley. And you have Max Schnell's Pity, who for like the past few months hasn't been on eBay. I checked right before recording this video. There's like one up on eBay for like $30 to $40, so someone should go and snatch that up if you don't have him. And there's a few others that are from like other countries, like out of where I live. And I did get this guy back in 2016 with, you know, all the accessories, but I don't have those out right now. They're kind of stuck back in the case, and they're like behind a bunch of stuff. So now I'm going to be talking through the reasons why some of these cars could potentially become so rare. Now, I think I have somewhat of an explanation for some of the 2016s, which definitely got a lot rarer, but it still doesn't quite explain why these specific characters are rare, while other cars that released during those years are not. Now, I think one of my theories is that 2016 was when the Cars 3 teaser was released. It was like August, a few months before it was officially, well, like a long time, but like 10 months. I believe it was like sometime in August, I want to say, of 2016, that the Cars 3 teaser trailer came out, which would have been towards the end of the 2016 mainline. However, I still think that could have had somewhat of an impact with that trailer and the announcement of the movie. The movie was announced like maybe months prior. But with that, I think that could have potentially brought in new collectors, and I don't think it would be a whole lot, but it might be enough just to do some of the damage control in terms of these cars getting rarer. But I still don't think that really had anything to do with these cars getting rarer, but some cars didn't. Like, I mean, these are still really cool diecasts. Like, these are pretty unique. That doesn't explain like other unique cars like Studsman Girdle or Uchi didn't get so rare. And Uchi was actually super rare when he came out, but he's not so much anymore because the Chinese eBay sellers, they have a bunch of him that are pretty cheap for like 20, 15, around that price. Now, theory number 2 I have is a bit of a different one. Maybe they're just unique characters. That's all I'm saying. Like, oh, these cars are cars that people would want to buy. So they do. They get bought up. People buy them real quick. And yeah, that's it. Theory number 3 is kind of an extension onto theory number 2, and that is they're produced in low quantities. Now, low quantities and people buying them up isn't too much of a correlation, but until you think of Race Damage Mood Springs, not only was his case not extremely, but pretty hard to find, his diecast was also a very, very popular one that was out of that time. So in the rare chance that you were able to find him, I think you'd probably, if you were to be collecting in 2010, he'd be the one you'd pick up over like a Muddy Lightning McQueen, who Muddy McQueen is also pretty rare nowadays. There's no wrong choice. RDMS is pretty rare as well. So those are just some of the theories I've thrown out, as I don't believe there's any actual legitimate answer to this. There's probably some actual answer as to why these are actually rare. Maybe these just didn't appreciate as well, or they appreciated better than the other ones released around that time, like Cars Diecasts. There's a whole bunch of 2015, 2016s that are not rare at all. Like Bob Pulley, who is probably my favorite diecast of 2016. He is not rare at all. Like Jesse Hollander's not rare. Heike, what's his name? Mick Manley. We have like Sajin Karya, Trent Croto, that's his name. Scott Motoro's also a pretty rare one. I'm supposed to have him out here, but I just kind of forgot. But he is also a somewhat rare diecast. He's not as rare as some of these others, but he is a bit more expensive than some of the other mainline singles like Manny Rodriguez or Jumpstart J Ward. There's a lot of cool and interesting cars released between 2014 and 2016, and we could have had 2017, but as I've said, past years, past videos. 2017's kind of the lost year since all those cool releases got canceled due to Cars 3 coming out. So, I mean, if Cars 3 didn't come out, I think 2017 would have been up there. That would have been the big four you had: 2014, 2016, 2015, and 2017. And then you had, Cars 3. And 2013 was also a pretty solid year, but I don't think it was, quite as good as the other years. So, who knows if any of these theories are correct. Hopefully there's eventually some explanation, though it's just kind of a mystery for now. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.